The China Report for Friday, April 5, 2013. Mexican labor cheaper than China. It is no secret that the wage gap between Mexico and China has been closing in recent years. While labor costs in China were roughly 200% lower than those in Mexico a decade ago, wage inflation in China and wage stagnation in Mexico have combined to close the gap to nearly zero. But could labor in Mexico now actually be cheaper than in China? Yes, according to Carlos Capistran, an economist at Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Not only are average hourly manufacturing wages in Mexico now lower than those in China in constant dollar terms, they are 20% less. China overtakes Germany as world's biggest tourism source market. Expenditure by tourists from China on travel abroad hit $102 billion last year, more than any other country, according to research by the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Growth of plus 40% over the previous year, $73 billion in 2011, continuing a trend noted over the past decade, was partly driven by an appreciating Chinese currency. Rapid urbanization, rising disposable incomes and relaxation of restrictions on foreign travel have boosted the volume of international trips by Chinese travelers from 10 million in 2000 to 83 million in 2012, the agency said. In 2005 China ranked 7th in international tourism expenditure but has since overtaken Italy, Japan, France and the UK. The strong growth in 2012 finally saw it leapfrog previous number 1 and 2 spenders Germany and USA into first place. U.S. and Philippine troops start war games amid China tensions. Thousands of U.S. and Filipino troops began annual military exercises on Friday that the Philippines said were vital to building its defense capabilities to face the rising threat of China. Philippine Foreign Secretary Albert Del Rosario used the launch of the 12-day Balikat maneuvers to accuse China of disrupting Asia with aggressive and illegal actions in the South China Sea. Tensions have escalated in recent years as China has sought to stamp its authority over the region. The Philippines has accused China of occupying a shoal close to its main island, and appealed to the United Nations to rule on the validity of Chinese claims to the resource-rich sea. Suicide and strike at Foxconn, China. Labor unrest has erupted again in the world's largest outsourcing manufacturer, Foxconn. It is a sharp sign that the working class in China is now under enormous economic pressure. Last Thursday, a dissident Chinese-language website, China Jasmine Revolution, reported that several thousand workers at a Foxconn plant at Fushan City, in southern Guangdong province, began a strike against management's secretive redundancy plan. Foxconn is shifting the facility to Yangtai, in Shandong province, where wages are lower. China National Radio reported last Friday that orders at the Foxconn plant were falling. The corporate giant was forcing workers to resign by provoking discontent. The report added that at another Guanlang complex in Shenzhen, workers were forced to take long stretches of leave on rotating basis, in order to encourage them to resign. Those who took up retrenchment were offered just 600 yuan as compensation. That's the China Report for today. Zaijian.